they could rebuild love on empty land called Coyote Pass. But what happens when that dream, the one meant to unite a family, becomes the thing that destroys it? Kody Brown once promised, "This will be our forever home." But tonight, that dream dies. Because Janelle Brown has finally confessed the truth. No one ever wanted to live there. And now, Kody's desperate plan to buy a new home might be the Brown family's final goodbye. By the time you see what really happened behind those blueprints, you'll question everything they ever said about love and unity.
Think Tony McKelty ever really considered
Part 1.
marriage? I think we gave off the image
The Brown
that
family
was easy.
began as a
I actually
story
had
of
a
faith,
relative get after me
love,
once
and
for making-
togetherness. But what started as one big family, with 4 wives and 18 children, slowly fractured under the weight of jealousy, isolation, and lost trust. Kody once called his children the heartbeat of our plural family. But now, those same hearts are growing silent. His adult kids, especially Janelle's and Christine's, have distanced themselves from their father. And what Kody once led now feels like a memory slipping away. So why is one man still holding on to a dream everyone else has let go of? In a rare emotional moment, Kody Brown sits down and admits what fans long suspected. The distance isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's generational. The father who once juggled 4 homes now sits in one with Robyn, wondering where it all went wrong. But Robyn sees something else, a chance for redemption through a new beginning. And that's when the idea of the new house is born, a home they believe could pull the family back together. In late 2024, as tension grew, Kody and Robyn revealed their plan to buy a new home, not just for themselves, but as a symbolic gesture. A place where everyone could gather again. It wasn't about luxury, it was about legacy. They wanted a neutral ground, not Christine's house, not Janelle's RV, not Robyn's fortress, but something new. If we can just get them all in one place again, maybe we can start over, Robyn says tearfully. But what if that new home the place meant to unite becomes the final proof of who's truly out of the family? News of the Unity home leaks and fans explode online. Comment sections flood with disbelief. He wants to fix things with real estate? Others accuse Kody of trying to buy forgiveness instead of earning it. You can't build trust with drywall, Kody. The house is just another control move. Even some of his children speak out. Garrison posts cryptically about a distance feeling safer. Isabel unfollows Kody on Instagram. The divide deepens and the home plan starts to feel like a monument to denial. But then, a shocking twist from inside the Brown family changes everything. As Kody finalizes the purchase, a source close to the family reveals the truth. The home isn't meant for reunions, it's meant for survival. Kody and Robyn plan to move forward alone, building a new chapter away from everyone else. The house that was supposed to bring everyone back was really a quiet goodbye. If they ever want to visit, they know where we are. This wasn't a reunion plan, it was a farewell in disguise. Fans are heartbroken but not surprised. What once stood for family and faith now stands as a story of emotional survival. Each wife, each child, now walking their own path. and Kody's dream house still empty, waiting for a family that may never return. In the end, it wasn't about walls or rooms. It was about the space between people and the courage to fill it again. What do you think? Was this Kody's final chance or his biggest mistake? Tell us below. Your voice matters more than ever. Part 2. Coyote Pass began as Kody's grand vision, 14 acres of open land divided into 4 perfect plots. Each wife would have her own house. The children would run free. The family would finally be united again under one sky. They spoke of legacy, of freedom, of building something no polygamist family had ever done. But even then, cracks were showing. Behind the smiles and blueprints, some already knew the dream was doomed before it began. The land sat waiting. Years passed. Nothing was built. Financial setbacks, emotional breakdowns, and deep family rifts stopped the dream cold. The wives lived in separate homes miles apart, while Coyote Pass grew more symbolic of their distance than their unity. And when Janelle tried to make it work living in an RV on the property, the reality hit harder than the Arizona sun. She thought she was camping toward a dream, but she was waking up to the truth. In a new Sister Wives confessional, Janelle finally says what no one else would. None of us actually wanted to live on Coyote Pass. For years, she was the one fighting for the dream budgeting, defending Kody's plan, convincing the others it would all come together. But in the end, she realized she was alone in that belief. We talked about our forever homes, but nobody really wanted it anymore. Everyone had moved on. And for fans who watched her loyalty for over a decade, this moment shattered everything. The confession rippled through the fandom. Years of construction talk, planning meetings, and emotional fights gone in one sentence. Christine's departure had already split the family. Meri's distance added more silence. And now, Janelle, the once steady peacemaker, was admitting that the dream itself was never real. It wasn't a dream. It was a distraction. But what Janelle revealed next about why no one wanted to live there turned that confession into something much bigger. According to sources close to production, Janelle's revelation wasn't just about logistics. It was about fear. No one wanted to live there because it reminded them of everything they lost. That land represented Kody's control, his dream, his vision, his name on the deed. Each wife realized that moving to Coyote Pass meant surrendering what little independence they had left. So when Janelle said no one wanted to live there, what she really meant was no one wanted to live that way anymore. The dreamland wasn't just empty. It was haunted by the idea of a family that no longer existed. Today, Coyote Pass remains untouched. The fences rusting, the dirt roads fading. It's a graveyard of promises made on camera and broken off screen. Janelle has moved forward, focusing on her independence, her health, and her own peace. Christine is remarried. Meri is rebuilding. And Kody and Robyn are left with the land that was supposed to prove his legacy. In the end, the Brown family's biggest dream wasn't destroyed by money or time. It was undone by truth. Do you believe Coyote Pass was ever meant to be built? Was it hope or just heartbreak in disguise? Tell us your thoughts below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Back in 2018, Coyote Pass wasn't just land, it was a promise. 4 wives, 18 children, one vision of unity after years of tension. Kody declared, "This is where we'll all live together again." TLC cameras captured every step from measuring plots to naming future homes, one for each wife, one for the family. But beneath the excitement, not everyone wanted that unity. Christine was already emotionally checked out. Meri was distant. Robyn clung tighter to Kody, and Janelle, ever the realist, tried to make the math work. And when the pandemic hit, that dream froze in red dirt. 2020 changed everything. With lockdowns came isolation and exposure. The cracks were no longer hidden. Kody's strict COVID rules alienated his older kids. Gabriel cried on camera. Garrison refused visits. The father who once preached family unity was now accused of control. "I'm not feeling love from my kids anymore." And when love turns into distance, it only takes one confession to make it permanent. That confession came from Janelle years later, when she finally told the truth about the land no one wanted. In a 2025 Sister Wives interview, Janelle Brown, the one who always defended the plan, said what fans long suspected. For viewers who followed the saga for 15 seasons, this was the breaking point. Because Janelle wasn't just rejecting the land, she was rejecting Kody's leadership. She once believed she'd retire on that property. But when she parked her RV there in 2022, she realized the land wasn't peace, it was isolation. And the revelation that followed turned Coyote Pass into the family's emotional graveyard. While Janelle faced reality, Kody clung to hope. In late 2024, he and Robyn revealed a plan: buy a new home away from Coyote Pass. He believed a single physical space could fix emotional distance. But fans saw it differently, as another desperate attempt to control the narrative. He's trying to buy forgiveness again. You can't rebuild family with floor plans. This isn't reconciliation, it's retreat. What they didn't know was that this new home was hiding a shocking secret. When land documents surfaced online, fans noticed something chilling. The new house plans listed just 2 bedrooms. It wasn't a family home. It was a fortress for 2. Kody's done trying to make peace. The new house is his way of moving on with Robyn and leaving everyone else behind. For fans, this was the ultimate betrayal. The dream that once symbolized unity now stood as proof that the family was over. The Browns didn't lose their land. They lost each other. Today, Coyote Pass remains untouched, an empty promise fenced by regret. Christine has remarried in Utah. Janelle thrives in independence. Meri focuses on her B&B in Parawan. And Kody and Robyn live quietly in Flagstaff, in a house meant for healing but haunted by history. In the end, the dream wasn't about land or walls. It was about love and how control can smother it. When Janelle said no one wanted to live there, she wasn't rejecting dirt. She was freeing herself from a story that no longer fit. Each of the sister wives once stood on this same stretch of Arizona desert and saw something entirely different. For Christine, it was a place of renewal, a home where her children could finally settle. For Janelle, it was security, the foundation she fought for, paycheck to paycheck. For Meri, a final chance to belong again. And for Robyn, it was proof that unity could still exist. But time has a way of testing dreams. The same land that once symbolized hope would soon mirror their heartbreak. When fans began asking why Coyote Pass was never developed, the truth wasn't hidden in emotions, it was written in paperwork. Public records from Flagstaff County showed the land divided between Kody and his 4 wives, but with mortgages, liens, and delayed permits stretching from 2018 to 2023. The family's LLC struggled to pay off remaining plots, while zoning disputes stalled construction. Financially, they were land-rich, cash-poor. Emotionally, they were already bankrupt. And when Christine left, so did the last real chance to ever build. When Janelle's confession aired, the internet lit up like wildfire. One fan wrote, "Coyote Pass was never about family, it was about control." Another commented, "Janelle was loyal for too long. She finally woke up." On YouTube, reaction channels exploded with analysis and empathy. Many women saw themselves in Janelle holding families together, while others walked away. This wasn't just reality TV anymore. It was a mirror reflecting the choices women make when love and loyalty collide. Psychologists call it the sunk cost of love, the emotional debt that keeps people tied to broken dreams. For Janelle, staying meant safety. For Kody, control. For Robyn, hope. Each was trapped not by walls, but by what those walls represented. Experts say that when families cling to symbols, land, money, titles, it's rarely about ownership. It's about identity. And when that identity cracks, leaving isn't loss, it's liberation. The house wasn't falling apart, the illusion was. Coyote Pass still stands silent, but the story of the sister wives is far from over. Rumors swirl of Janelle and Christine partnering on a new wellness project. Fans speculate whether Kody will ever reconcile with his sons. And Robyn remains the last wife standing in a house built for 2. Next time we follow the new sisterhood, Christine and Janelle's journey beyond the Browns. So, what do you think, Sister Wives fans? Was Kody trying to rebuild or to rewrite history? Tell us below. Your comment might appear in our next deep dive episode.